my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area of your chart you want to look at. And there is a link for getting yourself a free birth chart down in the description below. Now, being a general reading rules apply. So if someone else appears in your reading, roles can get reversed. Timing is not absolute with divination, not by a long chalk. This is being filmed for August 2020, but if it's a relevant reading for you, it's relevant whenever you find it. Now, I say that because the reading is a whole thing. It either is for you or isn't for you in total. There's a past and a present in this spread. So if the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your rising, go and watch your moon. In fact, always watch your rising anyway. But go watch your rising or moon or another placement, because the message this month from these may be for somebody else who's not going through what you're going through. But one thing that I will say will hopefully help is ask a question prior to the reading. So pause the video if you have to and just spend a moment thinking about all the questions that are around you and focus on one of them. Focus because it gives energy to the process, but be aware of all of them because the cards will answer whatever they please to and not necessarily what you and I think is the most highest priority question. They don't think like we do. The other housekeeping is that there is a link down there to a Facebook page for this channel where obviously I post these videos, I post the astrology videos that I follow, I post other readers sometimes, anything that I feel would be interesting to my viewers and subscribers, but also there's an inbox. So if you want to contact me directly for a personal reading, you can get in touch with me that way. There's a Twitter and a Tumblr down in the description. Well, there's a Twitter down there anyway. Tumblr, if you're watching me on Tumblr, you know how to get in touch with me that way. Finally, there is also a link down there this month to my video about the Baby Witches scandal, about hexing the moon. Were you aware the moon is hexed? So it was so much fun to make that I just thought I would put the link in the description just so other people can join in the fun. I might even do one of them insert things at the end if I remember. Right, let's bring your cards up because I can't think of any more housekeeping type things to say. So, well, Libra, you've got Death as the card where you're at the moment. There is change going on around you. Big change that you need to take advantage of. So, we've got the Death card, the World. So, the world is changing around you. But I believe that this is to a good end. But this Devil card is rather suggesting to me that you could miss the boat. Or that you could end up distracted by one of your limitations or addictions or habits, knee-jerk reaction or anger. Now this, I have different meanings for the same cards in different decks. This Devil is very much, in my mind, the devil, the Christian devil, the wanting to take your soul type devil. The wanting to cause as much pain and heartache as possible. And he will invite you to join in his own dance. And it all seems so very, very tempting. So it's almost like there is an option for you to level up at the moment with the Page of Pentacles underscoring the change that is around you. Let's see what this Devil is trying to tell me. I always like to clarify the Devil card with my Demon Possessed Tarot, else why else have a Demon Possessed Tarot? Right. Messages that you receive could be a little skewed, could be distractions, could be not entirely the whole truth. I'm not saying they're untrue, but I just feel like there's things that could be taken out of context. And yes, there's change around you at the moment, but my one urge is to say, let the dust settle. And while this change is occurring, take the time, use the inspiration that is offered you, star card here, with the Hermit, seeking your own inner light. Use the opportunity to, and this is what the Foxfire Oracle is saying, make a wish. Literally, make a wish. And let's see if I can get that camera back in focus again. Yeah, there we go. Right, so it's literally make a wish. And what I mean by that is decide what you want of your future. Because also we have, from the Moonology deck, step out of your comfort zone. So I would take it that all this change that's going on around you at the moment, you're maybe not totally in favour of it, you don't really like it, but I would say why? Because it looks like you've just walked away from a dream, from a harvest that you had been putting a load of work into, and for some reason that caused you pain, and after a brief technical hitch there. So like I say, it looks like there was a harvest you'd been working towards, but something had occurred. Maybe it was the start of this change going on, maybe the start of this out of context message or fact that you had received, but I rather feel like it's older than that. It's something that you've been searching ahead with in the past, where there was a wonderful unity. Now this could be a relationship. We've got Two of Cups with the Knight of Vessels here together at the same time, so could be a relationship thing which you dove into and then it's not turned out quite the way that you was wanting. Could be a project that you were working on, or even I want to say something like some form of peace treaty. The Two of Cups implies a unity, a bringing of things together. The Knight of Cups indicates, especially with this Ace of Wands here, indicates taking that unity forward to accomplish something, to really put an end to something, to try and put an end to some form of torment. But I rather feel that you may be bit off more than you could chew. We've got the Ten of Wands here for the, the great burden, and it's not as if you were following the average path. You were called to level up, but I feel that other people, other people were quite a distraction, and they were getting in the way of all the work that you was trying to do. There's a weird health thing here, because here's a woman sat, I mean, I assume that's a desk. It looks just like she's sat on a chair next to a grassy knoll that has paperwork on one side and food on the other. And so there's that health thing here, especially with Bathin out of the Fallen Angels Oracle, which Bathin, she's about two separate factors. She teaches about herbs. She teaches about herbs and medicine. So there is that looking after yourself and also diving into some form of technicalities, learning the details of something. But she's also about travel. Bathin can make you disappear from one place and appear somewhere completely different. According to well, they're not that ancient, 500 years old, or if that. But according to the grimoires, she can provide teleportation. Now, I think that you actually need a little bit of mental teleportation at the moment to get you out of your struggle to constantly be trying to bring two forces together, because you have a dream that is going to happen, and that's what you was working on here. But it's almost like, you want to surge ahead with a new dream now. And if you're surging ahead with the same old, here's where I would say, stop, pause a moment. Because, yeah, you were putting an end to some form of torture and some form of pain, but nevertheless, the amount of pain and torture you had to go through to accomplish this end, while other people just kept dancing away in the background, as if someone was celebrating you doing it so they didn't have to. And I really do get that level of synchronicity between the Three of Cups here and the Three of Swords here. So it's like your efforts to try and resolve something, to solve something, that you were in the right place. That was what you were supposed to do. But by heck did you pay a cost for it, and you got really, really disillusioned. But there's a chance here, even though there's all this change going on around you, there's a chance due to some message or other that you can get drawn back in to this old situation. And I would suggest that no, now's the time to run away from that situation and think about what you want to achieve next. Have some plans of your own. Have some plans that, yes, challenge you, and you might just say, oh, what have I been doing all the way through this bit here? What have I been doing? I've been challenged. Yes, you've been challenged, but there's an element of it became same old, and yeah, you probably got good at it, but what rewards did you really get from it? You've proved to yourself that you can do that. You don't need to prove it to anybody else. You don't need to do it again. You've learnt the lessons from that. And there is a sense with this Two of Wands here, even though that was saying that, yeah, I'm planning for the future, I'm still worried about this Devil right at the top here. Because if you've walked away from something after all this, I feel like you probably had a very good reason to walk away. And it's interesting that we've got Three of Swords here, Three of Swords here. You know, so this news that's recently come, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Not in a good way, but not all of it is, with this Moon card here, I want to say that not all of it is the entire truth. That is why it's imperative, well, yeah, the entire truth. I'm not saying that there's any lies. I'm saying that it's like the three blind men and an elephant. You know, one feels the trunk, one feels the leg, one feels the tail. They've got three completely different creatures in their minds. But yes, there's goal setting for you to do with that step out of your comfort zone in the North Node. And you do have to work to protect yourself at the minute. And I feel that friends that have been celebrating and enjoying while you've been putting this work in, right now, you do not need their distraction. You do not need their drain on your time. The Graces here with festivities are one of the forces that are working against you here. And it is that sense of festivity, of they were partying while you were working. Now they want you to come party. And I'm sorry, it doesn't look like you're ready for partying. What you're ready for is processing and a good long bath with some candles and some bubble bath, and, you know, just a little bit of self-care and a little bit of a, right, where do I go from here? And you need to ask yourself the question, what do you actually want? Irrelevant of all this stuff that's been going on, irrelevant of the people around you even. What do you want your place in the world to actually be? Because you've shown that you are good at carrying burdens. Now I would say there's a choice for you to go, okay, I know what burden I want to pick up. I know what burden I want to carry. Knight of Wands with Temperance here. Now that's going to take some strength, but it's going to set you on the right path. But this is probably an awful thing to say as a tarot reader, but ignore the other people. Ignore their wants, needs and desires. Just spend some time thinking, now hang on a minute, who do I want to be in this world? What do I want to create in this world? Because Page of Cups here is rather telling me that the dream that you had been working towards is one that you can happily see fall away. The Tower card. You can have the strength to go on your own path. And once you use that strength to go on your own path, I think these people that have been cheering away here will actually be, I'm sorry if you can hear next door's dog, will actually be cheering you on to a certain extent, but I also feel like these three are receding into the distance somewhat. So with the Moon card here, I feel like you get the chance to become totally immersed in something that you choose for yourself. And it's all going to be quite overwhelming, as we saw by that Ten of Wands here. But only briefly, because you go from under the water with the Moon card here, bringing again two separate forces to bear, but they are your own forces this time. This is your wild wolf and tame dog that we can see howling at the moon. You burst through that into the sunlight, getting your ships coming in, getting the forward motion that you really requested, getting to ride the wave that you want to ride, considering there is actually no ships there, there's only waves. And we have the ship is here on the Two of Pentacles. So maintain balance with this, but I do feel like from that moon to that sun, there's this wonderful burst out of the water where you gasp for air and get a lungful of good, clean, crisp, sweet air, and the sun's on your face. And it's almost like you get to say, yeah, I did what I needed to do. I won the battle that I needed to win, but it was by taking the time to protect yourself. And what I'm feeling with Creusa here is a lot of your efforts are going to be kept secret, quite possibly secret from this Three of Cups crew that kept appearing. But it offers a whole new beginning once you decide what it is that you want for you, not what this other situation kept demanding of you, because that old situation, been there, done that. Because you were struggling to find clarity in that old situation. You did eventually find it, but you found that the way that you were being told to look at the world was vastly different from the way that you do actually look at the world. And you know that you are right. You know that you have come up for air from that sort of experience before, so you can come up for air from this experience this time. The other thing, what I've not mentioned, I mean, we've got Major Arcana on the bottom of the deck here with the World card. This is a time for you to build, Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords is almost, you're putting that anxiety to one side. You're going, yeah, that's not me anymore. Which is immediately followed by the Three of Swords. So there's an element of that's not going to be me anymore, but there is still some pain to work through. Three of Swords here, here and here, but that's pretty much coming to an end. And I think you need to work through that heartbreak and have that heartbreak. Let's face it, the heartbreak's already started. But it will get you to a better place once you decide, hang on a minute, what do I want out of all of this? Card number 18, ground your light, which is literally about being still, you know, grounding yourself, bringing in the white light, channeling the light through you into the earth, but also bringing out your light, letting it shine out and not just get carried away with the day-to-day nature of everything that's going on around you. Because I feel like someone else is trying to direct your actions by telling you all the shoulds, that you must do this and you must do that and you must do the other. And it's simply not fair. But you're worried, like, if I cut this out, do I lose everything that I've built so far? Maybe. Maybe. Does it matter? Because you're getting stuff to replace it here. And a wonderful, I mean, finishing on the Knight of Wands, that's not quite my favourite card. But we've got Knight of Wands, King of Cups, Seven of Vessels. You have the options on how you are going to move forward. And also on this card, I often say the Seven of Cups can be a bit, you know, fairy favours, illusions. No, I think it is literally, ooh, which one of those shall I go for? And you have the options of working what you want to go forward for once there is that point of emotional resolution. You've got some healing to do, as Bathin is hinted. But what Bathin also hints is that part of that healing is getting yourself to a new place. Whether that's emotionally, philosophically, occupationally, you know, or romantically. Get yourself to a new place. Get yourself to somewhere where you're no longer being told the shoulds and the shouldn'ts, and do something for you for a change. That's it. That's the lot. So if that means anything to you, Libra, comment down below. Don't forget the WitchMoonHex video. And a like, share and subscribe won't go amiss either. So I'll finish the Western Zodiac. I'll get my full moons done so that they're ready for the full moon. And then I'll be returning back with the Chinese Zodiac. So see you later.